Welcome to StockMarketFunding.com. What we're looking at is an earnings. We're taking a look at the market. There's a $120 put option here that, if you would notice, that 4 weeks ago, counting the closing week here, that they were $14 for that $120 put. Since they've walked the equity price up on First Solar, FSLR, you'll clearly see that they've walked the equity price all the way back up to a intraday high of 140, closing at a penny below that, up plus 2.31. And they're going to report earnings. And what we're looking at is where the buy the rumor, sell the news is confirmed, is that if you take a look at where the 120 call was, down here at $8, let's call it $8 to 21.50. I'm going to have people set me an alarm on this one here. Is set me an alarm if it drops to $1.10, and $1.10 would be one area. Another area is $1.50. Another area is 80 cents. Set the alarm on that put option. So the difference here is that the 120 calls extremely already made a huge move going into that earnings. And not only that, we have taken it upon ourselves to make sure that we understand what the imbalance ratios are, meaning that you start getting down here in the deflated area, you start buying them. And I showed it on StockMarketFunding.com Netflix trades when the put options were $1.25 and they shot right up to $5 on the opening when that stock dropped. Your downside risk, if you were buying put options over here at $10 a contract and you paid $10,000 for 10 contracts, it's quite different where SMF market maker option traders, they're market makers. They're not day trader options or any of that other old stuff out there that is worthless. They're market makers. And what their job is as a market maker is to buy the deflated in here, because this side of the market's already made the move going into the earnings. They don't report Thursday. This contract can go higher and this one still can come down lower. One of the things that we would like to inform you here is that we have various calls and strike prices. I'm going to show a $150 call going into the earnings. They were cheap over here, but they've made a $2 move. That's above the strike price currently. The 140 call we're going to take a look at right here, which made a move off of $2.50, which is a $5 move almost up here, and they're floating up here in the inflated zone. Now, if I take the 130 call in the money, it too was a $5 buy, $8 movement going into the earnings there. On the 125 call, which is deep in the money, it's a 6 or 5.80. Let's just call it $6 to 17.25. All inflated going into the earnings. Okay, and the 125 put option right here, which is the opposite of the here's the 125 put at $2.50. They were at $16. Now check this out. You're going to see a very huge imbalance. $16, the puts are cheap, the calls are expensive, man. All the risk is here, folks. This is where the trade really is. And we're going to set alarms on the 125 put falls to $2.10, $1.80, and $1.50. Okay? And that's that alarm right there. That's this one. We're going to set alarms at $2.10. We're going to set alarms at $1.80 and $1.50 going into the Thursday report, because this is the side of the market that I want to get on. Because if I get the put options real cheap and they expire on 8/21, then I could get net long. If the name doesn't drop, I've already got my built-in wholesale price to protect any downside that the market would dish out to me. I'm protected in case I do want to own First Solar long. I've already got my insurance at a very cheap price. wholesale. So I want alarm set on that one. I also want alarm set on the 130 call. If the 130 call drops to $12.50, I want to know. And if the 130 call that's deep in the money rises to 14.20 and 14.60, I want those alarms going up put in there. And I am going to show the 130 put. I don't know why I didn't get in there, but let's put that 130 put right here. And basically on the 130 put, which is going to be this chart down here, it's extremely deflated. These put options here, believe it or not, pal, were $20 MMTs. Watch your videos and place your trades.